And we're live. Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to Transformation Talk with Teri, which today is Transformation Talk with Teri and Jason. Hello,
Hello.
Jason.
I
Oh,
have
so
missed, I have
I'm
missed
so
our
glad you're
Tuesdays
here.
together. I've missed our Tuesdays together the past couple of weeks. You're
Yeah,
doing your
me
thing, I'm doing
too.
my thing. We're touching lives, but I miss
Yeah,
this time together.
me too. I really miss you. And
Hmm.
Jason and I chatted earlier today, and we are going to plan a day when we can, or night when we can do some readings together for all of you.
Yes, yes, it will be amazing. It's been a long time since we've done readings together.
It
And if
has.
anybody on here follows me on my page, I do readings with Sue every week, and you
Hmm.
and I read together very similarly. It's
Right.
almost we do the in tandem thing where one of us goes first with everybody, and we both give a message. But we read very much in alignment with each other, and we have a great energy for that type of a live broadcast. And it's just going to be an amazing experience when we finally get our schedules lined up.
That's right. Absolutely. Now, Jason, I the last time I was on as a guest on Be Live, I was able to see the comments.
Yes, I
So,
can I can see the comments here.
oh, yay, yay! So you can see who all's on and those that are
Hmm.
saying hello to us. And thank you, everyone, for jumping on and welcome. And please help us share this out because it's a blessing to come on here every day and just share something that's going to
Hmm.
be helpful, something positive in our lives instead of coming on and complaining. So let's have a great time together. And Jason he has so graciously agreed to talk about EFT tapping today. So, Jason, for those who don't know what it's all about, can you just give us a brief, this is what EFT is talk?
Ah, yes. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, and it is a system of applying pressure to different acupuncture techniques. The idea is that negative emotions create a charge that pools in certain places within your meridian system. And by applying pressure to them through tapping or rubbing or lightly, just, you don't have to be rough with it, and it allows you to dissipate those negative charges. So, and see, that was my biggest qualm with EFT when I first started studying it, because nobody explained it to me, so I didn't understand. Everybody's saying focus on the positive, but all these EFT tappers are focusing on the negative. Well, that's because you want that energetic charge in your energy system active so that your body knows what you're doing. You're disrupting that negative and allowing it to shift. That's why you see a little bit more focus on the actual problem during EFT rather than the solution. And you just go through those points. There's a basic setup statement. You say, even though, and then you name the problem or the issue. And then you say, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And that statement is about honoring where you're at and loving
Right.
yourself and your representation of the divine in this moment. Perfectly imperfect, exactly the way you are. Sure, this is an experience that we're trying to clear, but love heals everything. Acceptance is the first stage to wholeness.
Yes, it is. I've talked about that on my show like for the last week now, a little over a
Mm-hmm.
week, that, acknowledging something and then begin to accept it and deal with it
Mm-hmm.
from there. So thank you. I'm so glad you made that statement and thank
Well,
you
the
for
funny thing
that.
is I haven't seen, since you started doing the
I know.
transformation talk shows, I haven't seen a whole show. I've been lucky enough to catch a few minutes here or there. My schedule the last 3 weeks, every week is more full than the week before it. I predict before the end of next month, I will have a waiting list to work with me one on one.
Awesome.
So it's just getting wild and crazy, and it's everything that I've ever hoped and dreamed for, but it's a bit overwhelming.
Hmm. I'm sure. And you are in the midst of trying to transform to the West
Oh,
Coast.
I yes, I am packing. I'm making arrangements. I'm getting things
Right.
together. We leave
Yeah.
we leave Tennessee in 31 days. and some
Wow.
hours.
Wow.
So
Awesome.
it's just such an amazing journey, and the transformation this year alone. I mean, I got my certifications in EFT and TFT master practitioner level in February and March, and ever since then things have exploded. I'm doing my EFT on myself every single day. I tap with Brad, I do EFT with clients, I do readings, I do any number of things. It's just such an amazing transformational tool, and it's so easy to learn. You cannot do EFT wrong. You can only do it better.
Yes, that's correct. That is
And
so true.
the basic recipe is so easy. It's just that even though name the problem, I love and accept myself. Say it 3 times while tapping here on the karate chop point, and then you run through the points saying just the problem. So you have that little reminder phrase to remind your conscious mind what you're working on and to keep that energy active in your body for a moment while you clear it. And then you just run through those points. And we're going to do a bit of a tapping demonstration for some issues that I've noticed amongst myself and my clients in the last couple of weeks. So we'll get to that at some point in the next few minutes.
Yes,
But
we will. We absolutely will. I just want to say hello to everybody that's jumping on and saying hello to us. And I see all of your beautiful faces and names, and
mhm.
welcome. And Maria De La O, I hope that you're seeing us now. There was a message from you that you weren't seeing anything. I
Mhm.
definitely want you to be able to see, because Jason is going to be leading us in this tapping exercise that we're going to do. So hopefully you're seeing it now. And if not, then please just refresh your screen and that should do it for you. But we
Mhm.
got lots of people jumping on. Some of you have been coming on with me every day, and some of you are new. So thank you for being here. And I'm just so thrilled today that Jason is going to give us our gizmo of the day. Remember, those of you who are following me, I don't give tools anymore. I give gizmos, because a gizmo is a type of tool. And we're collecting a whole basket full of them. So today, your gizmo is EFT, and he's
Mhm.
going, yeah, he heard his name.
It is amazing. Maria says yes. I'm going to assume that is a yes. She can hear and
Oh,
see and
good,
everything really good. So
good.
if I'm assuming wrong, then please tell me. But
Awesome.
but yeah, I love EFT because like so many, I believe that the quality of your thoughts and your beliefs will dictate the quality of your life experience.
Mhm.
So if your thoughts and beliefs are of a lesser quality, a lesser vibration, agitated, complaining, or upset in any way, then what type of experiences are being dictated by those thoughts?
Right.
And the more you tap, the more you clear. Sometimes it feels like it's getting worse, but I want to let you know that's perfectly normal and a really good sign, because
Mhm.
it's not that things are getting worse, it's that things are coming to light. You now have an awareness of exactly what the issue is, and that's your new thing to tap on. So every time you tap, if you get a little agitated, then tap on that agitation. Every time you work with a tool, if you remember something else, apply that gizmo. Okay, I used the word tool, sorry. Apply that gizmo to that new thing that's come up. And if you do this consistently, and by consistently, I define consistency as 3 to 5 days a week, every single week. I recognize that we live busy lives and not everybody can meditate and do self-healing work as I do every day. So I I love my life. I discovered magic and meditation at 13 years old, and I decided at 14 that I wanted a life that was all magic all the time.
Mhm.
And I have that life, and I love that life, and it is everything for me. And I love being able to share that life with you on the lives, in sessions, whatever. It's just so wonderful. It's amazing.
It really is. Well, one of the reasons I wanted to bring EFT in front of everybody is because it's something that's really helped me.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that I started, I think it was back in December around Christmas
Mm-hmm.
time. I was reintroduced to EFT, and this time I understood what I was doing. The first time I was like, I don't know what this is. So thank you for taking the time to share with us what we're
Mm-hmm.
doing.
Yeah.
Because when I tried it the first time,
And
I'm like, I
yeah,
don't know
and
what this is.
that's something that I've really noticed with people who try EFT. A
Yeah.
lot of people come along a random tapping video and they're like, oh, this is an issue I have. Let's do this.
Hmm.
But there's
Right.
no explanation and there's no conscious understanding. I feel like, in my experience with my own clients working with EFT and in myself, the more understanding that there is about what EFT is and how and why it works, the better it works.
Yes.
So it's not even
Exactly.
about the understanding of how to perform the process. It's about the understanding that it's acupressure, the understanding that there's energy points that pool together at the places that we tap, and you're disrupting those energy flow patterns. I
Right.
would also like to point out there are as many ways to do EFT as there are people on this planet. Everyone's is different. There's faster EFT, there's EFT, there's holistic EFT, there's energy EFT, there's regular EFT, there's the golden standard EFT. It's just it really is. It really is one of them. I use EFT to develop my psychic abilities further. I use EFT to work on my chakras. I use EFT to work on my relationships. I use EFT to work on myself, my own habits.
Hmm.
I know a lot of people who have used EFT to successfully overcome addiction, like tobacco or alcohol or caffeine or other issues. So EFT really is one of the most versatile gizmos you can have in your gizmo box.
That's right. That's right. So put it in there. And hello to those who continue to jump on here. I really love this that people are coming on, and we have quite a great audience now, and we can start pretty soon for Jason to lead us in this. But I want to bring up something because you all know that I follow Brad Yates. I've mentioned him several
I
times in
I do at least one
his
Brad Yates
EFT.
tapping video every single day. He has
Yeah.
some amazing playlists that you just start and you write a number one on the calendar when you finish the first one on the list, and then you go back the next day and you start with the next one. And
Yeah.
I've been doing that for about 6 months, and I've worked through quite a few of his videos.
Yeah, he's amazing. Well,
Hmm.
today he did a new video, a new tapping video, and he
Hmm.
incorporated aromatherapy into tapping. Oh my God, I love this so much because when you put essential oil on and you have that going along with tapping into the meridians, it
Hmm.
really increases the experience of it. So
Oh,
I'm going to be doing
that sounds
that. I'm going to be doing that every day. And they, on this particular video, it's a brand new one of Brad Yates. You can go look him up on YouTube. They give the ones that suggested for
hmm
whatever the tapping was that was being done, and you
hmm
can use different ones to just make a little mixture and use the
And
different
also,
ones for help.
in that line of thinking, when it comes to aromatherapy and essential oils, Google is your best friend. You can
Mhm.
find
Yeah.
correspondences. Mint is great for prosperity and abundance. So is cinnamon.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
Clove is great for pain relief and anything to do with the mouth, and quite a few other things as well. I've used clove in prosperity spells. So, I mean, there's just lots of different things, and I don't want you be cautious about the information that you have, but at the same time recognize that just because one system says this is good for this and another system says the same thing is good for this other thing doesn't mean that either one is wrong. If there's any question, if you have any doubt, find a trusted representative of a decent essential oil company like someone from
Mhm.
doTERRA. They are really good and they're very knowledgeable most of the time. So make sure that you know how you're applying those in the best way, because not all of them can be used topically. Some of them need to be diluted. How do you properly dilute it? Things like that.
Mhm. Absolutely. But check out the information and really start to elevate this experience.
Mhm.
So, Jason, I'm going to turn it over to you because I know you have something planned for us all to get
I
going with this
do.
EFT work.
I do. With that being said, I will say that the energy today has been intense at best and crazy at worst. I know a lot of us are feeling rushed. We're feeling like we have too much on our list and not enough time to get it done. So at this point, let's clear some stress.
All right. I'm ready
Let's
for that.
Let me show you how easy it is for EFT to take your stress from a 10 down to a 0. So my tapping statements are going to be very generic. I'm going to say, even though I have stress. Your job as the person tapping along is to think about your particular stress, your particular issue, and allow your mind to set up your energy the way you need to. That's the only real issue with tap alongs, is that the wording can get a little off and not resonate as well. So that explanation of focusing in your direction and the way your stress is. And then what I'd like to do is one negative clearing round of, even though I have this stress, to now I am stress free, and then a positive to balance that out. I like to clear the negative and then fill that void with the opposite positive energy, because nature abhors a vacuum, and I want to control what I'm putting into the vacuums that I create. So with
Awesome.
that little brief explanation. So also, if you know Brad Yates uses 8 points. So he uses the top of the head, corner of the eyebrow, side of the eye, under the nose, on the chin, on the collarbone, and under the arm. And then from there, I also use the pinky finger, the ring finger, the middle finger, the index finger, and the thumb.
Okay.
So not all EFT tappers use those. That's why I made it a point to differentiate earlier between the different types of EFT, and that there are as many of those as there are religions in the world or people in the world or whatever. It's just what works and what resonates for you. So if you will do the repeat portion of the tap along, Miss Teri.
I certainly will.
So taking a deep breath and centering yourself in your heart chakra for just a moment, allowing yourself to tap into your own love for yourself. Begin tapping on the karate chop point when you're ready. Even though I have this stress,
Even though I have this stress,
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I have this stress,
Even though I have this stress,
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Even though I have this stress,
Even though I have this stress,
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
And anyone else
And anyone else
who may have contributed to my stress.
who may have contributed to my stress.
Taking a deep breath, moving to the top of the head. I have this stress.
I have this stress.
Moving to the corner of the eyebrow. I have this stress.
I have this stress.
Side of the eye. I have this stress.
I have this stress.
Under the eye. I have this stress.
I have this stress.
Under the nose. I have this stress.
I have this stress.
In the chin. I have this stress.
I have this stress.
In the collarbone. I have this stress.
I have this stress.
Under the arm. I have this stress.
I have this stress.
Now tap here for just a moment. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to release the energy. Allow yourself to feel your stress dissolving, moving, and being at ease. Taking a deep breath and moving to the pinky finger, I have this stress.
I have this stress.
In the ring finger, I have this stress.
I have this stress.
In the middle finger, I have this stress.
I have this stress.
The index finger, I have this stress.
I have this stress.
The thumb, I have this stress.
I have this stress.
Tap on the karate chop point silently. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, feel it release. Feel it move. You are stress-free. And come to rest. Oh, I feel so much better.
Yes, me too.
I almost kind of feel like I'm high now, and that is so much better than where I was just 30 minutes ago, right before we started the show.
Right, me too. Oh my gosh, thank you.
And now the way I work with EFT and my EFT clients, the way that I learned it is now we will do a positive round. So the positive this is now that I am stress-free. So tapping on the karate chop point. Now that I am stress-free.
Now that I am stress-free.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Now that I am stress-free.
Now that I am stress-free.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Now that I am stress-free.
Now that I am stress-free.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
Taking a deep breath. Moving to the top of the head. I am stress-free.
I am stress-free.
That feels good. I am stress-free.
I am stress-free.
I am stress-free on the side of the eye.
I am stress-free.
Under the eye. I am stress-free.
I am stress-free.
Under the nose. I am stress-free.
I am stress-free.
On the chin. I am stress-free.
I am stress-free.
Collarbone. I am stress-free.
I am stress-free.
Under the arm. I am stress-free.
I am stress-free.
Tapping here for just a moment. Take a deep breath. What does it feel like to be stress-free? Feel that freedom. Feel that joy. Feel that peace, and allow it to spread through your body. Taking a deep breath and moving to the pinky finger. I am stress-free.
I am stress-free.
I am grateful to be 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 stress-free.
I am stress-free.
I am stress-free.
The thumb. I am stress-free.
I am stress-free.
Tapping on the karate chop point. Knowing that at this moment, in this now, you are free from stress. You are free from worry. You are free from the ego's hold on your mind. And knowing that even though life can still be stressful sometimes, this gizmo is available in your gizmo box from here on out. And so it is.
And so it is. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
My heart chakra all open and bright, and I'm just like, love. Oh, great.
I feel like I've just gone to a spa, seriously, and just totally de-stressed.
I don't have the experience of being to a spa. I've never been to a spa. But I do, the way I feel right now reminds me of right after a 5-mile run when the warm water hits your muscles and you're just like, oh, You just relax into the steam. Oh, it's so amazing. I feel so good.
Awesome.
You are so welcome, Maria and Margaret.
How do you all feel? I want to hear some comments. I want to see some hearts for Jason. Give
And
him
that
some
was
love. Oh, there they go. There come the hearts.
I should really do that one more often.
Yes, I loved that. I loved it. So let us know in the comments, what were you feeling, and did you really get something out of that? Like I said, when I first heard of EFT, I didn't know what I was doing, but now that I understand it and I know what we just did together, wow,
Mhm.
I'm just like totally, just melted.
It is an amazing tool when you have a basic
Yeah,
understanding. And
yeah, it really
I want to
is.
demonstrate exactly how easy it is to go through the basic recipe yourself. The basic recipe are those first 8 points from the top of the head to the under the arm. You can find, just Google EFT tapping points, and you can find all kinds of images to help you memorize where those are. Once you've done it a few times, you'll get it down pat. But you can literally say, even though I'm pissed off, or even though so and so made me angry, or even though my knee hurts, or even though I'm depressed. So it's just literally anything.
Mhm.
Anything, especially emotions, beliefs, and thought patterns and things that you're thinking. Even though I feel, even though I know, even though whatever, anything you want. And if you don't know what to tap about, tap on even though I don't know what to tap about. It
Yeah,
works. It is an amazing way
right.
to bring some awareness to what it is
Hmm.
that you want and need to be working on in your own life. I know there was a point
That's right.
last month I was doing, even though I have no motivation. I mean, I
I
was
like that.
it was about 6 weeks ago I realized that I've been doing this business thing for 3 years and I was getting nowhere. And I realized it was because I had no motivation to keep up with the things I needed to be doing, like
Right.
live videos, promotional giveaways, things besides just my daily card, So even though I have no motivation, even though I am afraid of success, even though my bank account is not where I want it to be, even though my wife yelled at me this morning, even though I don't have a job, even though I have no clue what I'm doing with life, it all works.
It does work.
I have no idea what the name of that disease is.
Meniere's disease. Um, I'm familiar with the term, but I don't know what all it involves. But I do know that you can tap on any disease or any pain,
Hmm.
and
Now, I will say,
follow Brad. Yeah.
according to Donald Michael Craig, the original creator of EFT works better if you focus on the emotions and the beliefs behind the disease rather than the physical disease itself. So let's say something I'm a little more familiar with. Let's say we have Crohn's disease. That's something to do with the stomach, and it's autoimmune, so that means your body's attacking itself.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say, even though I feel like I'm under attack, even though I'm mad at myself, or I'm mad at my stomach, or Maria saying the Meniere's is ear related. So even though my ear hurts, or even though I'm angry that I can't hear properly, or even though I have this headache, or even though my ear is causing this headache, any of those statements would work really well. As you work through the tapping points, do it slowly. Take a breath in between each point. Pay attention to how you're feeling while you're tapping on whatever you're tapping on. Pay attention to thoughts that rise up, emotions that seem out of place or intense, because these will likely be the root core of the issue that you're working on. And if you can get that root, then you can have a much more transformational, quick healing that will stick even longer. So you don't have to do the same tap over and over and over again. I will say the sweet spot tends to be 3 to 5 times over a period of a few days or a week or so. to really get substantial results on emotions and habits and things of that nature.
Awesome. Thank you, Jason. Thank you for that explanation. And I know I've heard Brad Yates talk about, working with specific things that are going on, either a disease or, illness or whatever. And, and he always qualifies it with, I'm not a doctor, so we're not doctors either.
I do the same thing. No matter what it is, and no matter how many times you've had a session with me, every single time I will tell you, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional of any kind. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a financial planner. I am a legal minister. I do have an interfaith minister's license, but that's it. And other than spiritual counseling, I am not qualified to give advice in any other area. I will do those readings, and I will give you my advice from a spiritual perspective, but I am not those qualified professionals, and my techniques can help to supplement that, but they are not meant to replace that.
Right.
And a 5-mile run is nothing for my sister as well, but I'm a smoker, and 5 miles is a lot for me, and I can still do it. So
yes.
Plus,
thank you.
Plus, a 5-mile run can be a lot when you don't have the proper shoes.
That's true. So, so thank you to all of you who felt this was of benefit to you. Put this in your gizmo basket, and we're going to be collecting a whole bunch of gizmos by the time we're done.
Oh yeah, so, and I can even expand on the EFT gizmo on another show if you want. There's other techniques. So like I can answer the question, what do you do when EFT isn't working?
Yes, absolutely.
I can answer that question and show you some tapping techniques to help move stubborn energy.
Well, I so appreciate you, Jason. And I'm, who's the guy? This is my friend Jason Watts, who is helping us out today and explaining tapping. So, Ashley, if you missed the bulk of the show, please go back because he explained it. And then we went through an actual de-stressing tap. And it was amazing and wonderful. And Jason, I just so appreciate you. And I am honoring my commitment to keep this to half an hour. So I know we could talk about this for a long time, but I appreciate you being here and all that you do for us. You're amazing.
Thank you
and
for
I love
having
you
me
so much. I love all of you, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night, wherever you may be. And if you like this show, please share it out, tell others about it, and come back tomorrow at 5:00 and we'll do something else. Who knows? So thank you all, and good night. Good night, Jason.
Thank you, and have a wonderful night.